C6 or D7? Put your answers in the chat, everybody. So, look at you can see the cogs working in Beacop's mind. He's desperately trying to figure out what's happening. Is there no cogs going? Is there?
What were the answers again?
Is it A4, B5, C6, or D7?
Prepare
I have no idea.
battle.
Huzzah! Thank God it doesn't matter because the game's here. It was A4. I'm pretty sure.
I don't have to fill any time anymore, which is great. It was a really tough fill. Proved how smart I was, obviously. I could just imagine chat right now. This is cringe. This is stupid. Talking is cringe. Filling games is cringe. Why did they pause? Why'd they remake cringe?
I want to know how many ha-has were typed in the chat in the last little while.
Yeah. We might be on a streak somewhere. These casters really love to hear themselves speak.
30 seconds to battle.
Something along those lines. We'll cast the game now. The highlight was definitely the muffin joke. I just hope you know that.
It was really tough to beat that one. Yeah, it was all downhill after that.
Yeah.
I love it when the sprays go over cliffs and stuff. They look so stupid.
The battle begins.
Could you imagine if like sprays broke trees or something like that?
No.
Okay.
Straight up.
Way to not, back me up on that one. I appreciate it.
I told you, everyone knows this who's watched OGA for a while. I just like to throw you under the bus at every given opportunity.
We should have given quiz questions about the previous seasons. Now that would have been. I know all the answers to that. Who is the 4-player for CDC in their one time that they attended an OGA event? If you said James, you would have been right. We talked about it earlier today.
Oh god, SD against the Luna feels so good, and the Oracle as well for later on in the game. Oh, JT. Oh, flies! Oh my god.
And Battle Hunger, he's gonna die here. Go down to XXS for first blood.
One by one.
I've been seeing a lot of this 4-position Windrunner and XXS with the early Battle Hunger. We were looking over bottom and we're back over bottom. I'm trying to figure out how Fly took that kind of damage real quick.
Yeah, I'm
with just Windrun and Battle Hunger.
You have to remember though, in this lane, whoever gets level 2 first feels really good, right? In this bot lane, if they get the Lucent beam up before the combination from the SD and the Mars, it's awesome. But so they're gonna have to be really careful in the second on IG. Yeah, here comes the 2. You can see Lanham already posturing. Yeah, he knows.
Oh, he's got those purifying flames.
This top lane
always
is
nice.
Absolute meltdown for IG. It's not going well at all. JT's still level 1 here as well. Wow. Really taking a beating.
JT has 1 Tango left, 7 stick charges. But Shadow Demon's bought a salve. He still has no courier for 35 seconds. So it'll be a while until he gets that back. So waiting to see who I have faith in more, White Album or Emo. I'll let you know who I believe in more at the end of the game.
Yeah, when we find out the result. Blaney says it's going really well though for Aster so far. Having a good time.
Yeah. Considering they got first blood on Fly, it feels really great for them overall.
The one that's really surprised me the most is the fact that this Axe is doing so well in the top lane. Obviously the first blood helps, and he's going to get his Vanguard really quickly, which completely changes this lane and the dynamic of it.
Fortune Zen thrown over on the Kaka, just doing as much as they can with that damage.
Stupendous!
Don't mind if I do.
Just 1-0. Things really slow overall for both teams, but Shadow Demon, I say that, taking a lot of damage, throwing the Shadow Poison out into Lanham, and the Spear misses from JT. Only kill so far is on Fly, but the laning stage for Aster has been pretty crisp.
My gratitude.
Nice stacks being made early on, ready for the Medusa.
Does he have it? Yeah, I think he does. He gets them both. Easily done. Meanwhile, Arctic Burn on the Borax. They have the Vortex coming in from Emo, and Borax has given up his life over mid. Ollie gets the kill on that one. They share the experience. Not the worst thing in the world for White Album, who just has to watch his ally feed his life away. This is the point where Oracle starts to really output that damage with the level 2 in the Purifying Flames.
It gets really difficult, doesn't it? And if the Shadow Demon ever steps up ever so slightly out of position, they'll punish him really hard. And look at where XXS is standing in the lane. With this Vanguard, they cannot do anything to him. He is free to basically just, stand wherever he wants, farm wherever he wants. Has a level advantage on the Medusa
and
as well.
And the Spear.
Ooh.
Nate throwing a Lucent Beam out, but he's got 4 stacks of Shadow Poison. That last one missing. Kaka, throw that and get the kill. They'll take out Monet,
might be able to
and it looks like
more.
they might be able to get Lanham. Turn of Disruption for 8 seconds, so they don't really have the control to set anything up. They have Spear, but it probably wouldn't have hit on anything with where their positions were. But now that he stayed, the Disruption gives him the option at the Spear. They'll bring Monet back, but Lanham in a lot of trouble. The Fortune's End only on himself, and they'll finish off Lanham. JT gets credit for that one.
Yeah, and they have to be careful here because there's a big wave coming under the tower, and there's a catapult involved as well, so they might look to potentially dive. Oh, Leshrac coming in.
Oh, misses the stun though. Goes after Kaka. The chase is on. He should have this kill onto the Shadow Demon. And JT's just going to TP back to base.
Yeah, might as well. Gets a free bottle refill as well. Look at that Axis net worth though in this game. He's absolutely dominating at the moment. Level 6, 6 minutes into the game.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Just cutting
attack.
creep waves, farming camps at the same time.
Dire are scanning.
There they finally push it to a 1k lead.
Double damage! Whoa,
Fly just level 4 for the moment. Storm going in. They found the Vortex. White Album in trouble. Trying to land a stun. Great ball lightning to avoid it. The Fortune's End is not in time. Emo getting a kill onto White Album. Really well done.
I appreciate that from White Album though. He tried to predict that the storm would jump in front of him to dodge it, but I think he saw what was happening on Emo.
Going for the double stack once again.
Oh,
And he's got it.
lots and lots of farm for the Medusa. The storm might farm the big camp as well, so we'll have to see.
We'll see if they can catch on to this and find it on the side of Aster if they invade. Potentially see these stacks, but not sure that's going to happen. Fortune's and Monet. Ooh, power shot through, and XXS. Oh, he's going to spot these
The
stacks.
axe is coming. Yeah,
That's going to be massive. It's not good for them, but what's also not good for Aster is White Album going down again to Emo.
oh, this is so bad for them.
He just picks up the chip vest. Gets 3 neutrals out of that. They bring down the arena. Is this going to be worth it in the end for IG, who will come over and Lanham taken out by a neutral? Power shot, right click damaging. Kaka is here, and well, Kaka got this full bottle to work with. I think he's handing over sips to JT. Lucent Beam comes out. They look for the shackle. It doesn't connect onto Kaka. They hit the spear, but they end up losing JT anyway. Ollie over to the side with the Arctic Burn on XXS. They've got the Shadow Poison stacking up on Borax as well as Monet. Get the kill on a Borax with that Shadow Poison, and now XXS is farming the camp while they go after him. He doesn't quite care.
He's having a great time.
Emo's gonna come though with soaring as well as half a pool of mana. Focuses attention onto Monet. Lucent Beam is out. Monet trying to survive, but they've got the Vortex. They pull him back, and Emo's on a killing spree. 5 stacks of Shadow Poison. There's the call. White Album in, looking for Kaka, and Kaka's level 6. Fly comes through. He's right-clicking out. They've got the Coda base, but it's not going to save the life of Kaka. They hit the Shackle onto the Medusa with the power shot coming through on a Fly. Fortunes in from Lanham. White Album taking care of Emo, pushing him out of the fight. They're still trying to get a kill on a Fly, but JT waiting at the bottom of the steps. Doesn't have an arena to work with for 15 more seconds, but he'll have the damage to potentially kill Lanham if he lands a spear, but unfortunately just pushes Lanham away into safety.
What an absolute bloodbath. I love it when teams fight like this. It's just like some like small objective happens. Well, it's not even small. That ancient stack was massive for the Axe. You look at his net worth now in comparison to everybody else in the game. They took away
so far ahead.
They took away so much from them. Because it wasn't just the ancients, it was the big camp as well.
JT landing the spear onto Monet.
And yeah, just 10 people just get involved around this ancient stack at like the... I think it started in like 7 minutes in or something ridiculous.
It was quite the long fight, that's for sure. Meanwhile, mid once again, they go ball lightning with the Vortex. White Album trying to predict the stun one more time, but he is just getting abused by Emo. Yeah,
they need to have TPs ready and things to be able to protect whoever this Storm's diving, because he's having a really free game so far.
A lot of damage. Shadow Poison and the Arctic Burn. Chip Vest now dropped for IG. Oh man, Medusa's got those slippers of agility.
Nice.
They really build into a lot, don't they? Arena down, looking for the Oracle. They'll land the spear on the other side of the arena. They've got Kaka nearby to go after Lanham as well as Emo ready to go after the disruption's over. Vortex pull back and another kill here, this time for Kaka, who's on a killing spree of his own at 5-3-2.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody move around the map as much as Emo on Storm. Normally they're a little bit more like farm focused. But this guy's wild.
He plays his advantage. The second he gets a little bit of an advantage, he'll always try to snowball really hard with it with movement.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Whereas you'll see a lot of people sit back and be a little bit more nonchalant about it.
So they get the top tier 1 on Aster. And open up the map quite a lot here. Obviously Axe. Oh, he's actually not going for the blink first. This is going straight
he's going for the Manta.
I don't mind that though with the start he's had, right?
Under attack.
Relying on this blink call against the 2 defensive supports isn't that great. So I think, getting the build that helps you scale a little bit more is going to be absolutely fine this game.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Smoke up.
They're under a ward.
Question is, how do they catch them? They don't really have the ability to close the gap that well without a blink dagger on the Axe.
What a bounty!
Scan comes through. Ollie's still sitting mid. And White Album coming over, but immediately Fortune's in, and there's nothing doing there.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are
Bottom tier 1's going to go down after this glyph, most likely.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Is Emo the only one who really focuses on getting this soul ring on Storm? We'll have to see it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
2K lead for Aster. Fly, TPing back towards mid. Disruption out in the White Album. They're going to look over and try and make this fight happen. They've got the false promise, so White Album survives, lands the stun out onto JT. They've got XSS to follow it up with the call, but the Witch's Curse is after the Borax. That's going to lock up the Windrunner as well as this Leshrac. They get the kill to JT. They've got the Culling Blade, but turning to stone is XSS. They get the kill to White Album. 4 heroes here trying to make a move onto this Axe. He is very strong at the moment, and even thinking about going back in. Disruption once more. Monet here to help. Lucent Beam on Akaka. He'll take take the shackle, and it will land. Ali also dying to Borax, and that is a double kill for XXS. Borax making it 3 for the side of Aster.
Till the end. Now, when we watched Emo before, I think he went Kaya first and then went back for the Orchid, didn't he? I'm pretty sure.
I think he did. He's got such an interesting build with this Storm. With the addition of the Soul Ring.
They're gonna know there's a ward there somewhere now because Emo just jumped away. And yeah, so interesting that he goes straight Orchid this time because he was against Oracle before as well. I think it was Emo.
Could have been a Storm from earlier today.
Yeah, potentially.
3K lead now for Aster.
Oh. That was close.
Shackling the creeps.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
XXS. Couple stacks
really
of Shadow
tanky,
Poison
though.
really starting to stack up on him. 5 stacks. And he's down a little lower than half health. They've got the Battle Hunger. The Shackle comes in from Borax, but the Winter's Curse that locks up too. Borax stays out of it. They've got the arena around 3. They'll take out XSS and land him. They'll find themselves Borax spearing the disruption at the same time. Not gonna matter. They'll finish him off, and it's a double kill for Emo and a kill there for Ali.
Yeah, I really feel like the Lesh should be playing with the Oracle more, right? I know he wants to try and finish his item, but the axe is so farmed, right? Like, if the axe and the Lesh play together, I don't know how IG ever take a fight.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
If you can get a fast blink from here, I think axe is going to be a significant problem. And then you can really move around and make things happen.
And yeah, remember how like far behind Medusa was in comparison to like the axe, for example, earlier on. Look where it is. Look where she is now. Like, it's just a few minutes of just power farming on this hero, and right back up there again.
Significant chunk out of that lead.
I thank you.
And Lesh got bullied by Emo, but they're still equal in net worth. Shackle only hits, doesn't connect. JT with the blink back puts the fortunes in on him and Kaka by doing so. Fly just farming some stacks here.
He's really close to, I assume he's either going to go SMY or Manta. Probably the Manta. But SMY very good against the axe and like the shackle and everything as well, so we'll see.
Until he comes out with surprise Dagon.
Dagon Medusa.
It's been the trend.
Hell yeah. We've seen quite a lot of it today, actually.
Just on random heroes.
Brood. We got, even on the puck as well, it was, it felt a bit weird. For that game, at least.
Sword spots Kaka as well as Ollie.
This dude's just becoming such a threat.
Radiant's bottom
Where's
tower
Axe in
is
terms
under
of getting
attack.
this blink? Not too far away from it. Again,
Dire's top tower
pretty
is
significant
under
pace that
attack.
he's pushing.
Dire's structures
I think this
Still
is
sitting top of the net worth, but Medusa's about to take over.
This is the thing about him having going Manta first, though, right?
Emo TP's towards top. They might be able to catch out JT. He was right over the ward, but blinks away, and Kaka TP's out as well. Monet's farming and now ahead of the Medusa too. So this is a farm matchup, but with a little bit more of a sideshow happening at the same time. You know, like we saw in that other matchup where it seemed like it was just farm v farm.
Difference is this time the carries are firing, and then there's just this Giga Chad axe at the same time, just on top of the network.
Implementation of Giga Chad into your vocabulary for a lot of this.
Good
has been-
save. Oh, the curse is coming. Oh, they got him.
They've got the curse, but do they have the damage? Emo trying to work with a little bit of mana here. They've also got Borax over to the side who's looking for a shackle. That's going to land on Takaka, but it doesn't latch on anything. The arena, the spear, the kill on a Monet, and now Milanum not there with the false promise, just too far out of range.
IG just making sure they bring numbers to every single fight. It feels like there's not been a single fight happened yet where IG weren't like willing to just get stuck in and get involved with a big number of heroes. And Lesh's coming top now with the Oracle.
Borax looking to set up, but there's no trees here. I know he tries to find the angle, and JT just able to walk that out. Axe still leading, and he now has that blink dagger. He's almost got the shard too.
What can I say? Nature loves me.
XXS just making carving out his area of the map and really making quite a big difference in this game.
Zip! Fulfilled.
Once he gets the shard, the axe is going to be outputting quite a bit of damage.
I was really excited for this game when we had like 10 minutes run at each other for 8 minutes, 10 heroes running at each other at minute 8, but it's not quite been as exciting as I would have hoped for such a crazy moment in the game. Oh, they just smoked. Is that under a ward? I don't know if it caught them or not.
Are scanning.
Oh, good
Blink call coming through on it too, but they've got the Stone Gates coming out immediately. They'll look for the power shot. The Winter's Curse that's going to lock for the Windrunner. Bork's going to die immediately. Arena down, balling in onto the back lines, looking for the Oracle. They've got the silence with the Orchid, so they get themselves a second kill potentially out on Alanum. They finish 2. He buys back immediately, knowing that he needs to be the false promise save that his team has. If IG are to look any further, heals up in the air, looking to land the stun with this. 4 staff back, well done by the side of IG. They also pull off back on Borax.
Oh, that's not
And that
good.
will be that for Aster, and that is not where they want to be in this exchange.
Are they getting Roche or something here? What's happening? Because they know that there's no curse, and they know that there's no Stone Gaze or anything, right? It looks like they're
And no
heading in.
arena.
Oh, wow.
They have the shard coming out for Axe too.
Radiant's
I mean, that was a
middle
really
tower is under attack.
well used Stone Gaze by Flyfly. Good reactions to make sure there was no follow-up on the call. But yeah, this Roche feels so awkward.
Blink call coming through, and that is with the shard. They're going to try and go after the Medusa. They've got the blink as well as the stun out on a Monet. They get the spear, but they have the false promise this time. Emo's not going to be there in time. They've got the shackle that's going to lock him. The Mars over to the side. They get the kill to Flyfly as well as JT. The finish off Lanham, but he's already used the false promise, and Monet is able to survive through that. They'll find themselves Ollie. They're right on top of the Winter Wyvern. They'll take out 3. No buyback on these heroes. The shackle not going to connect to anything. No trees nearby.
Radiant's top tower is
Storm
under attack.
able to survive, and back in a Roche they go.
Yeah, good blinking by the Axe. And there was a really cool thing there. After the Axe call, White Album went for the stun, but he realized the save was going to come through, so he waited for the destruction to get used before he cast the Split Earth for the
Radiant's
follow-up
bottom
stun.
tower is under attack.
Really good heads-up play.
Here I am!
Radiant's top tower.
So they've used the
is under
buybacks
attack.
on the 2 supports for that, right? On the Wind Ranger and the Oracle, I think.
Right. And that was in the fight that happened over in the river to the side, not in that
Yes.
not in that Roche exchange. This gives them a 4K lead.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
4K lead with Axe still leading the charge. Medusa right behind, going into the Scotty. They need to slow down the Medusa from getting that if they can. But it feels like this is also just Aster being complacent with Monet getting farmed too, and he's going into the Daedalus, and he has that Aegis.
You do have to remember, though, and we've talked about it once today already, this Skadi against these range cores like the Lesh and the Luna is going to be a big deal for the Medusa.
Blink call on Akaka. No disruption to save yourself, and they'll get another kill. as they take out the Shadow Demon.
Oh,
Top lane, Lucent Beam, JT taking a lot of damage, and now Borax with the blink forward. He's got the power shot. Ooh, whips him. And now the shackle, which won't connect. JT, he has a TP, but I think he realizes that he is stuck here and dead to rights.
Yeah, Borax with the urn manages to get in a position where it cancels his blink. So even after the arena and everything, he can't blink away. Well played by Borax. Good game 3 though so far. A little bit slow at points, but I mean there's been some really massive moments in the game. Oh, Emo
is under attack.
Over here now.
He could be in a bit of trouble. Oh, I think he just caught a glimpse of him.
Regeneration.
Going for that Kaya-san.
Oh, the Luna has the sharp small crit now as well.
Bonet caught, Vortex back, Kaka coming over. Now they're going to have the disruption. They'll also bring over the Mars. That should line up a spear for them. But he doesn't even use it. So they've got the Aegis out of their hands, and this team's not coming over. They're letting him die, or at least letting him try to fight it on his own. Borax is the only one here so far. He lands the check on the fly. Monet with the BKB and TP at Tampa. They've got the Winter's Curse, and now the rest of the team really needs to show up to try and help out this Luna. Luna's taking a lot of damage. The silence is there with the Orchid coming out from Emo, and they should be able to finish off this Luna, and they will. Dead for 70 seconds. The shackle lands onto JT. They go after Borax. They've got the chase to go after the Windrunner, and they'll land the spear over on the edge of Roche's cave. And Borax now still on the run, but won't make it far with JT right in front, body blocking. Eventually the shackle though comes out, and they didn't commit fully for this, and they get the arena, but it's not there in time. The walls don't go up. He blinks away. Borax, he survives it all.
I am in your debt.
Do you know why Borax lived there? Didn't stop for the bounty rune.
Wasn't greedy.
Was not greedy at all.
Radiant's middle tower has
Yeah,
fallen.
never.
Greedy.
I feel it's really bad for Aster though, letting the Aegis kind of go to waste like that.
And the second life.
And the second life, yeah. And all of a sudden, Medusa pulls ahead of the Luna by quite a margin.
Touché.
1,000 gold ahead of the Axe. Going into the BKB. 1,700 gold away from Monet, who is now respawning. Still a lot of time to continue farming and extend that lead. And again, the Leshrac, he's kind of fallen behind, but so is the Storm. However, Storm's job right now isn't to be that full-out playmaker. And as I say that, he gets caught. He might just die here. They have the Culling Blade. They'll finish off Emo, and it's a great pickup for the side of Aster. And what I'm saying is the fact that he doesn't need to be a massive playmaker is that he's really looking to go to the back lines with that Orchid and just make sure that there's no false promise.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Tools picked up for the Mars.
Radiant's top tower has been denied.
And we'll deny that top tower.
Such a close.
He's getting closer to the Demon Edge, and that'll put him about 1,400 gold away from finishing off the Daedalus, where the damage is going to be a massive problem for IG to deal with. They do have those 2 saves in the Cold Embrace as well. As the disruption, but Blink Call lands on a Kaka. They're going to TP over the Medusa immediately, but it's not anywhere in time, as Kaka will fall to XXS.
Yeah, some great pickoffs here. They're getting close to the Daedalus on the Luna. You know, less than 1,000 gold away. And it's starting to take over this top half of the map. You know, you would say ready for the second Roche. Obviously very important to start to control this area. They get the outpost as well after the tier 2.
Under attack.
I must have them all.
Enchanted Quiver, of course, for the Medusa.
And these tier 3 items are going to be a big deal. You know, if Medusa gets like a Paladin sword, for example.
Well, Medusa already got an Enchanted Quiver.
Yeah, not
Psychic Headband for the Leshrac, or we'll see who that goes on. Maybe it goes to Lanham, so he's got the extra cast range for False Promise.
Yeah, Borax or
Over here.
Enchanted Quiver now for the Luna. Ball Lightning working with the Orchid to try and get a kill here on a Borax. And Emo has the control to get the kill. He's got that solo kill, and they find themselves White Album out and alone. Blink Call comes in onto the Mars. White Album's not going to survive this, though. The disruption. They finally put the arena around XSS, and it's Save Your Friend syndrome going on in this fight. As White Album's dead, 2 heroes gone to the side of Aster. Then buyback available on White Album, but do you really want to have Leshrac buy back into this fight? The call, the Lucent Beam hits on a fly. They've got the Cold Embrace to heal up JT, who's ready to go back in as his Blink is off cooldown. Aster giving up some free kills, and that is hindering their ability to really pull away with this game along further and further.
Yeah, good pickoffs by IG though. It's a bit surprised they find two at the same time, but the one on the Wind Ranger especially was really good.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Monet onto the high ground. Lucent Beam taking half health away from Ollie. Now he goes into the Cold Embrace. They've got XSS to follow this up. So the ball lightning onto the back line once again. They're going after Lanham. They use the Stone Gaze. The Eclipse is down, but it's not going to do that much damage on the Fly Fight. They find themselves Emo. Can they get the call on him? They have him pounded. They have the kill. It's not enough damage just yet. And meanwhile, Monet's going to be dead to JT. They finish off Lanham. They've got the count of the Oracle Warriors then on the side of Aster. Emo's going to fall. XSS. Can he survive it all? BKB comes out. The right clicks coming through from Fly Fight aren't going to be enough. And now they've got the Windrunner up, so they might even chase for this. XSS, he's got his blink in just a second. But follow that up. Oh, Shackle avoided with the blink out from JT. Trio's dead on IG, as well as an arena commit. But it's a low enough cooldown where he can just do that and not be upset about it.
Yeah, you 100% do it just to make sure. Because with the Lesh spawning and the Wind Ranger spawning, you never know what's coming. Different Mars build though from JT. Blink force into the Yules.
Yeah, a little bit more utility on that. Mars showing himself, and they've got Borax as well as XXS here. X-Roach is going to be up in a minute 58. AC being built by this axe. Meanwhile, Luna still dead, wanting to go into the Scotty after picking up the Daedalus. And it's Daedalus Scotty already for the Medusa in just a second.
Bounty.
Gonna go for this. I think they just did that under a ward. That smoke, I'm pretty sure.
Our shot coming in, JT moving over with Fly. They have some help. And now they've got the Lucent Beam. The blink call actually splits the seams. XSS is going to miss this one. The ball hitting all the way to the back line, looking for Lanham once again, but they don't commit just yet. They do a lot of damage on the Ollie. They use the Winter's Curse. They've got the Spear that lands on Lanham, and he's going to be dead again. 48 seconds without buyback this time around, but Emo in some trouble. Avoids the shackle. The damage coming up from White Album is enough to chase down Kaka, but White Album, he's in no man's land. He's got no team by him. He'll end up dead. He's gone for 67 seconds. The blink forward looking for the call. That finally lands on a JT. They've got Ollie over to the side with no Winter's Curse. But he's there for the saves just in case with the Cold Embrace. Now 48 seconds until Roche is up. That will leave 10 seconds about without the Leshrac.
I mean, the Lesh has to respect this Skadi on the Medusa. I was like, oh wow, the Wyverns had to use ult on the axe basically on his own. This fight might be going really well for Aster. And then I look, the White Album's just 3 versus 1-ing in the back line. You know, he's just absolutely in no man's land by himself.
This is going to be the Shard, and Luna's already got one. Axe already has one, but again, we've talked about this Leshrac Shard, especially in these long, drawn-out fights.
Oh yeah,
it's zoning. It is so good, especially when you're defending high ground or even going high ground. It really closes out an area of that part of the map that you just can't really fight in.
And we should say as well, IG having that ward down that sees Aster with the original smoke. I think it's gone now, but it puts them in a position where they can prepare for the fight, right? They know it's coming, they set their lines up properly.
Things kind of slowed down a little bit, and it's not Scotty anymore for the Luna. It's Lincoln's.
Yeah, I think that's good against the Shadow Demon though. Zap! And even the Winter's Curse as well.
Windrunner looking for the Shard, and that Shard gives the global power shot. They're going to smoke once again, this time not under vision. Roche is up, and it is available. There is an observer right outside the pit with a sentry there, though, and they're going to go over. JT in a good spot to break this smoke. XSS's smoke is broken to the blink back from JT immediate.
Yeah,
They throw the wards down, and it's just great stationary spots there from IG to spot this coming in. And Mars is going into a Wind Waker.
oh, really good against the Axe call.
Ball Lightning finding Axe. They've got the Spear to follow it up. It's going to be a lot of damage, but the False Promise is going to be thrown over from Lanham. He'll blink away. Shackle doesn't connect to anybody in the back lines, and they force the BKB.
Yeah, just about.
Now Medusa has a Hurricane Pike. Have this kiting ability with these Force Staffs and with this utility from JT as well as Fly now with the Hurricane Pike. That make things very tough. On top of having the kiting ability, they have the save potential from both the Shadow Demon and the Winter Wyvern, and it can't be said enough how important that is.
This Axe on Storm is going to be huge when it comes.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like, what the hell was that?
I'm trying to sleep here. What are you guys doing out there? Oh my god, 3 tomes.
Wait, really?
3 tomes for the Medusa. And there's the Axe for the Shadow Demon. Oh dear. Let's see, level 24 and a half. Level 24 and 3/4. Level 25.
There we go.
Even down 3k, I think IG are in commanding spot of this game.
For sure. Yeah, I would agree with that. The effectiveness of the heroes for their net worth on the dire side is so high. Like the Storm and the Mars in particular feel like they're way above where they should be.
Oh, this courier.
Radiant's
This
hero has
courier.
been
Oh
killed.
boy, that's the AC.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And they'll go right into Roche. This is Shard, which I want to say they're going to give over to Emo, considering Fly already has his.
Dire's bottom tower
They're going to blink forward, look for the Shackle, but that's going to be avoided with the blink from JT. They'll go to the Stone Gaze immediately. They'll land the Spear. Lincoln's pop. They've got the False Promise. They'll send these snakes in, especially with the Shard on Fly. They'll get the agents into the hands of Emo. Ball Lightning as well as the Vortex, but they've got the blink as well as the call coming through out of this Storm. Winter's Curse hits on the Axe. It locks down XXS, and they've got themselves the arena to follow it up with the BKB pop by XXS as well as Monet. They take the Aegis out of the hands of Emo, and now Fly going to the high ground, doing a lot of damage on Monet. He's not out of the arena. He did not get out of the arena with the BKB usage, and now they're going to go over on a Borax. They'll take the kill and take a second.
What a disaster. And if he'd have got out of the arena while he was during the BKB, while he was in BKB form, then
Probably lives.
maybe he lives. I mean, maybe not, but definitely would have stood a better chance.
Something you can't spell disaster
Radiant's middle tower is
without
under
Aster.
attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Can you say that though when they win every Chinese tournament normally?
What a stupendous!
It's for this moment in particular.
Just this. Okay.
Radiant's middle
It's
tower
hyperbole,
is under
Mo.
attack. Radiant's middle
Those
tower
tiebreakers
has fallen.
looming in ever closer.
Yeah, 5k lead now for IG and 8k shift after that last fight, and they got the Shard, which is in the hands of Storm, which gives that active ability on Overload. And I think it's going to be ridiculous with this Medusa. Trying to land a Shackle on a creep to the Medusa.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks
Yeah,
are
and they're
under
getting
attack.
to tier 3, so
Desperately looking for that Ags, and he's almost got it. 200 gold away. And he's just going to farm that until he really makes the move over. They've got the disruption for the save. And now Kaka really willing to just go after
Radiant's
White
middle
Album.
barracks has fallen.
we should say this. Storm did lose the Aegis in the last
Dire's
fight, right?
middle tower
Yes.
is under attack.
And there's their Wind Waker.
Whoa, what'd I miss?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Spell Prism.
Do you give that to the Shadow Demon or the Storm? Unsure.
I wouldn't mind it going to the Storm now that he's got this Ags coming out. Yeah, he's going to take it too. Leveler for the Luna. Penta-edged sword could be passed over to the Medusa, and it will be.
I mean, if whoever wins one
Leveler.
fight, if the other team doesn't have buybacks now, I think the game just ends.
Medusa's up 5k. Only one who has buyback other than Lanham.
Regeneration.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Pudding pop.
Timeless Relic, Trickster Cloak. Both for the side of Aster. The Trickster's Cloak is quite nice potentially for Oracle if he wants to give up that extra cast range.
Radiant's
Yeah, they
bottom
could take it on the
tower
Lesh
is
though
under
as well.
attack.
It's pretty good.
Dire's top tower is
Yeah,
under
he's holding on to Pupil's gift still.
Radiant's bottom tower is falling.
And he's going to take the Timeless Relic on Leshrac.
She has BKB on Medusa. So no boots at the moment. And Luna's taking the Tricksters. Okay.
Interesting. Gives the extra magic resistance and evasion, so considering nobody's got MKB here, just the evasion's all right. Timeless Relic now for the Dire side and a Stormcrafter.
I love that she has a Rapier queued up on the Luna though after Hurricane Pike. Yeah, and Spell Prism is on the Storm. I think this Rapier kind of like it's high risk, high reward, but it's such a game-winning item at this point, right?
Here I am.
Because you have to say IG are favored here, and I'm not really sure what Aster can do except do something crazy like buy a Rapier, because this double defensive support has been a thorn in their side all this game.
They've got the Hurricane Pike. They've bought out on Monet, so he'll try to stay alive with that Pike and gets the lifesteal. So 30% lifesteal, has the 20% evasion, has Hurricane Pike, BKB. Maybe it's possible Monet survives.
Haste.
Comes down to what Emo's able to do as well. He's there for the control.
Oh,
So Leshrac only level 21 to the Storm's 25, and he's got 2 times the overload attack bounce.
yeah, which is going to be really good in conjunction with the Shard as well, right?
Yep.
Monet's very far up by himself.
Yeah, smoke's gonna break. JT's gonna spot it.
my
Blink
goodness.
Arena, BKB, but I feel like Storm's waiting. Lotus Orb and Ball Lightning now goes in with the Trickster's Cloak. He's got themselves the Electric Vortex. Now Fly going onto the high ground with the Force Staff. They're going to go to the False Promise and drop down the Eclipse. They've got the Sun on the Fly. Can they catch him out of position? Fortune's End thrown over with the Battle Hunger. Shaco doesn't connect to anything, even though he's by a couple of these trees. The Illusions won't do enough, and it was close to losing Luna, but the Eclipse was used.
That was squeaky bum time there, B-Cup. Is the official term. Wow.
Cheeky bum time.
That's okay.
Something else entirely.
Oh, Aeon just gets procced on the Shadow Demon. I didn't see what that was by.
Ooh. Kind of like a spill of water.
Oh, it wasn't too bad. Just where you know when it sticks to the bottom of the glass.
Uh-oh, White Album. He's caught here. He's popped that BKB on his way down, and he'll blink and get away with it, but the right-click damage. God.
That is twice in a row that Aster have just about scraped. The only reason that works though is because they have the Observer Ward on the high ground as well, so he sees him coming. Otherwise, White Album was 99% of the time dead.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I think also the Stormcrafter gave away the Mars.
Oh
That
god.
pesky Stormcrafter.
Oh, shot's so funny with the Shard.
Could you imagine you could snipe couriers with it?
Hell yeah.
That would be the ultimate boost to that shard. Just shoot it at the secret shop all the time.
That's if people did.
Oh, see, that would have killed a courier.
Yeah. If people in pubs would just, that's all they do on Wind Ranger. They'd forget how to actually play the hero.
It would probably ruin the hero because it was able to do that. You need the Slush to hit 25. Axe is now 25, so he's got the 100 range on, or 100 AoE on the Berserker's Call.
He had Moonshine queued up, but he's changed to Scardy now as well. Which I don't mind too much.
I'm over here.
Just constantly using this Split Earth to clean up some creeps and zone out the other team, but Roche is back up in a minute 22. And Aster, I don't think they should be so willing to give that up. It's been Ags every single time, the third Roche so far. It has not been a Refresher Shard. So I'd be a little bit weary of giving it up based on what the odds have done so far. Luna almost enough for the Sacred Relic. 2,800 gold away from Divine Rapier gold. As enough for buyback, as buybacks are starting to light up green.
Over here now.
Yeah, at this point in the game.
Oh, there's a double damage, of course, and that's going to be picked up by Emo.
Arcane DD Storm. Lock your windows.
Hide your kids. Hide your wife. Storm's coming. What is that famous video?
I have no idea.
Forget which one it is.
IG controlling the map really well again, similar to last game.
Leshrac. TPing back to base. And Roche is up, and it's Ag's Blessing. Yeah, every time.
They've scouted it though on the Radiant. They know it's up.
Yeah, but are they going to be there in time? Well, let's see how quick this damage goes out. They're going to smoke the rest of these heroes while Emo and Fly focus on taking Roche. Blink back, Lucent Beam onto the ground, power shot in, and it's going to spot that these heroes aren't in fact in Roche. Ball Lightning with the BKB. They've got the call that comes out as well as the Eclipse. They're doing a lot of damage onto Emo, but they've got themselves the Cold Wrist with the BKB. It's used by Emo already, so they'll land the stun. This is going to mean more stuns in that area, which might keep Axe safe. With Fly going in with the Stone Gaze, that's another stun that hits. They've got the False Promise that comes out of the Axe. And one more stun to come. Almost hits on Emo. They'll get the arena down, but they have the stun on the JT, and they hit the spear out onto this Oracle, who's already used the False Promise. They're going to eat the cheese. They'll look over at White Elm to do the damage onto this Leshrac. They've taken out two. They don't have buyback available on the Leshrac, but they do on the Oracle, and he'll buy back through the Aeon Disc popped by Kaka. A back up towards Roche. They want to get this Aegis cheese as well as the Ag's Blessing. And can Aster go again? It's only got half health this time, and it doesn't look like they're going to make the move over. They're going to just concede this, and I think they have to without the Leshrac. Unfortunately, now that's an Aegis cheese and an Ag's Blessing. That's an Ag's for the Medusa.
Oh no. Oh dear. Well, can't help but think that's almost like final nail in the coffin.
Oh!
The tiebreakers, yeah.
I mean, it's so difficult for Aster to approach fights because of their lack of catch, though.
Divine Rapier in 150 gold for Monet if he can get his courier over to the secret shop. He's already got it on the Tinker Cliff over here, but it's going to be so hard to get back.
You probably
as they're coming through top.
I think you send it to.
I would think send it Dire side,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
XXS is pushing out bottom, hoping that he can deter somehow. But finally, he comes back. This courier's going to go over, look for the Divine Rapier, and that's going to be picked up now immediately, but it's not going to combine. It's going to lock for now. Coming all the way through JT. It looks like he's waiting for it. Oh, man.
Oh, they didn't see it.
Oh, the illusion. Jesus.
Here we go.
Did you imagine that illusion?
Yeah.
Snipes a Divine Rapier courier.
And the thing is, now anything can happen. I don't think they can kill the Medusa is the big problem, right? But especially with the Aegis. But with the Rapier, it just takes one good fight.
Dire structures are fortified.
Regeneration.
And they'll take the tier 3.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Beast.
Stupendous.
Split Earth, so funny.
Blink call coming through on the Medusa. Is that going to lead to anything? They have an Aegis. They're going to use that Wind Waker. Flyby going to stand his ground, and now he's going to be hit by the Splitters. They've got the distortion coming in from Kaka. The rest of the team not even committing to this yet, but they've got the force staff into the rest of the base. Out of mana, potentially out of life. They get the Aegis out of the hands of the Medusa. Now the ball lightning out of the back line. Gets the electric force. And double attack goes the Wind Runner. Down crazy clicks and double promise. I don't wait on him, but now they're going to look after Monet and pop the BKB. Force staff out of the arena with the right clicks coming in from Flyby. Boris trying to do what he can, but he's hit with that Orchid and will die to Flyby. Blink call comes through on the Medusa. The damage coming in from White. Once again, they've got the control. Fortune's in as well as the shackle. JT comes over, but they've got the disruption from Kaka. Kaka trying to keep alive his Medusa. The illusion doing a lot of damage. They've got the break onto the axe, and now can Aster find anything else? Fly no mana, almost dying a second time. They do technically defend. It was very close and on the edge of an IG victory, up 20k, but it still shows how difficult it can be, especially with the damage output from this Luna. Is being played by Monet, who might have a better chance at survival come this Satanic if he's able to pick it up.
They were so close to killing Medusa twice. Once after the Aegis, I mean. Like, it's very well being able to stall the beams and everything with disruptions and stuff, but it's basically just extra glaive bounces for the Luna.
Axe is going Swift Blink.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to think in my head what's better. Swift, obviously Swift will potentially give him more spins, right, on the shard. But if he goes overwhelming Blink, is that worth it at all?
Oh, Arcane Blink for more calls.
Ooh.
Here I am.
You just got to get more minutes. Get a better phone company. Back to the jokes.
What's he building on the left?
So, he's got Aether Lens, so probably Octarine Core coming in just a second.
Well, no, he doesn't. He's got the Aether Lens.
Not just a second. Yeah, he's got the Aether Lens. Math's hard, man.
This power shot's so good for giving vision.
I heard you like third Roche, but can we get to fourth Roche? Potentially even tier 5 items.
All right,
I always hype that up, and it always ends up ending in 2 minutes.
As the expert of long games, B-Cup, what's the best item for either of these teams? There's only one answer for the Dire. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Ballista Medusa is so funny.
And then Giant's Ring is always just great anyway.
The split shot modifier, though, with Ballista from Medusa level 25 challenge, it basically just keeps sending everybody backwards. It's high quality content.
What would be good here? Mirror Shield's great, in my opinion.
Blessings upon a long
Giant's Ring would be cool for Axe, maybe. Unless he wants to get, like, Pirate's Hat and have that extra attack speed.
That would be very funny. Yeah, I could see that. Oh, Kaka's got Aeon Disc.
Yeah. Going on him might be a mistake. Going on anybody and trying to push out from the high ground, I feel like, is a bit of a massive risk.
Is the Medusa... I wonder if the Medusa's considering going Rapier as well.
4,600 gold saved up. No buyback. 258 short.
Double Rapier on Luna? Maybe.
Is that happening?
She's got it queued up.
I like the Satanic. I don't know if I agree with a double Rapier.
Yeah, but Satanic doesn't do anywhere near as much damage as Rapier, so...
Yes, but he's been getting really low, and they used the False Promise in the last fight on Whiteout.
Nah. More damage, B-Cup.
I'm not an analyst. What do I know?
If the damage number's higher, it's better. That's why nobody builds BKB, because it doesn't give enough damage. Lesh still level 23. What's the?
Yeah, not even close to 25.
I wonder what the XP advantage is for the dire side actually.
Oh,
Double rapier. Yeah, look, God, so much XP.
okay, no boots. We'll try, sure. Blink call misses. That's really bad. Now he's in a bad spot. Gets hit by the Spirit. Look at the damage from one Roosin Beam. Winter's Curse. All right. Not awful for Borax, but they're going to use the False Promise coming through on the XXS. That'll save the axe for now with the BKB pop by White Album. They're going in with Fly using that Stone Gate. They've got the Disruption and the ball laning all the way in, but they already got themselves the kill on the Oracle after the False Promise. They'll take out XXS. They don't have buyback available on the Oracle either, and the ball laning over to another Electric Vortex. They'll take out White Album, who does not have buyback. He's short 79 gold.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
Yeah, and with 3 versus 5 here, it's been difficult enough for Aster.
Oracle has buyback now.
Okay, 4 versus 5.
Still 50 gold short, trying to catch up on it. They're going to take the top set of racks. And I wonder if IG are even going to try and force this with Roche potentially being up soon. Shackle doesn't connect. What?
Hello?
Illusion. Wooden pop. Stupendous.
Who's that a heart on? Mars. Jesus, Mars has a heart.
Zip zap.
4,000 health. Flesh now has buyback, doesn't need to use it because they didn't commit. And 4th Roche is up in a minute.
Over here now.
Monet now trying to go into a Swift Blink, but what do you replace? You can't replace the Lincolns.
I'm not sure.
Octarine Core for the Shadow Demon.
Sure, why not?
Jesus. And another tome, multiple tomes being given to Kaka, trying to get him to that level 25 so he can get 2 charges of disruption. Or maybe the demonic purge cooldown, who knows?
Yeah, I mean,
I would say the disruption.
both those talents are really good.
Zap.
8,600 gold on Medusa. And you said, have you thought about going for a Divine Rapier? You're right by the secret shop, Fly. Do it.
Yeah, so when the Medusa dies, you can give away a 3rd rapier to the Luna.
You're not going to die. You've got multiple forms of save. You have a Moon Shard eaten. Oh my god. 50k net worth, 39,000 net worth lead right now for IG. And tier 5 is about to happen in 4 minutes. Roche is up though, and that's immediately into the hands of IG. Power shot comes through, and there's just no way Aster gets to this. So that is another Ag blessing, a refresher shard, cheese, Aegis. Does Medusa even take the Aegis? I almost want to say they give the cheese to Fly and the Aegis over to Emo.
Yeah, Emo takes the Aegis. Who's gonna get the Ags? Is it the Wyvern? Oh my
Winter Wyvern. Holding it for now, and yeah, we'll activate it.
Incredible. It's mid Wyvern, guys. Let's go.
It only took 56 minutes for us to get there.
Are they gonna go for the racks or are they gonna go for the end? What do we think?
Refresher shard, by the way. Refresher shard, by the way, on Shadow Demon.
So he has 6 purges now.
Oh my god.
And he's almost got his own refresher.
Oh my
that's
god. 9.
Now, I don't know if you've ever seen a Luna with 9 charges of demonic purge dropped onto us.
No, because you're probably dead before that.
Yeah. Like, they take a while to kick in and do damage.
Still, I'm going to verify you're probably dead before that. White Album, level 24, almost level 25. I just want to say, Shadow Demon, higher experience. Medusa, almost level 30. Luna, level 27. Axe at 27. So he's got the extra mana regen, I assume. Hex now picked up for this storm. Oracle is 18. And if Oracle had just a bit more levels, I feel like False Promise cooldown would have been very massive. Having it on a 40-second cooldown would be quite nice.
For sure. And I honestly think I actually want to end the game now before the items spawn.
Blink call coming through. Taka trying to do what he can. He's got the disruption, and now ball laning all the way to the back lines. They've got themselves the electric vortex to get the kill on the Borax. They're going to buy back immediately. Now they look over at White Album. White Album, he is short buyback again. 700 gold. They get the triple kill. They're going to take out White Album, and now their look over is now without the Oracle. No false promise. They should be able to take out the Axe. XSS is dead. Emo goes in. Could sit there, but is it going to be enough? No. They've got themselves the Cold Embrace. Always going to be able to survive, and they look over as these glaives are bouncing, but not doing enough damage. And the Cold GG on Aster's side. IG will take the series 2-1 and force tiebreakers. Full Team White comes in afterwards. IG defeating